So far, all of our rules for logarithms have dealt with situations where all of the logarithms in the problem had the same base. We do have one log rule that applies to different bases, or more specifically, allows us to change the base of a logarithm. And that rule is called, creatively enough, change of base. And I've given you this before as a technique to get your calculator to give you a logarithm in a base that it doesn't have a key for. To take a log in one base, we can take a log in another base and divide it by the log of that base. Now, where the heck does this come from, and how do we use it? First, I'm going to say, where did this come from? So let's say we want to come up with an expression for the log base b of x. We'll call our expression y. Rewriting that in exponential form, that means that b to the y is x. Right? That's what it means to be the log base b of x. Okay, so now we have that. We can take the log in any base we like of both sides of this equation. So for our new base, we could take the log base c of b to the y. And that's equal to the log base c of x. As long as we know that both sides represent positive numbers, as we do in this case, we can take the log of both sides of any equation. But now, according to the log rules that we just learned, we can take y out of the exponent. And now we can divide both sides by log of b. And that's where we get that expression for the log base b of x. That's where the change of base formula comes from. How do we use this? We use the change of base if we want to rewrite a logarithm we happen to have in terms of some base that we've specified. So in practice, that's almost always going to be the natural log, so the log base e. But it can be any base. So for example, we could rewrite the log base 7 of x in terms of the natural log. Change of base formula says the log base 7 of x is the natural log of x over the natural log of 7. And notice, the natural log of 7 is just a number. There are no variables in it. The only variable when we use the change of base formula like this ends up in the numerator. Okay, I'm going to give you one of these to try. Rewrite the log base 5 of x minus 2 in terms of the log with no subscript, so that's the common log, or the log base 10. Pause the video and try this now. Okay, so the change of base formula says to take the log base 5 of x minus 2. We can take the common log of x minus 2 and divide that by the common log of 5. And that's all there is to this.